Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your star scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is just my weekly, what I've been warming. I've got a good number of things here on the table, a lot of things I loved, one day that was a complete flop, and we'll talk about that, and just a lot of really pleasant stuff that has been very summer inspired. I finally got into my coconut stash and all that. So let's just dive right on in. So first off, let's talk about the scent of the month for July, which is beautiful. It is called Provence Lavender, and it is different than other lavenders that we currently have in the catalog. We have a French lavender, which is cool and very relaxing. And then we have a whipped vanilla lavender, which is English lavender, a little bit of coconut milk and some vanilla. And that is extremely gentle and it's very nice. I like all of them. But this Provence lavender, I don't really know what to tell you as far as how they make it smell different, but it is warmer. And to me, it has just the right balance of sweetness and authenticity, where this is a lavender I would like to keep in my club. I'm hoping that maybe it will be popular enough that next year it could be in the catalog, because I love this. It's medium. It could be medium strong in some people's homes. I don't think it struggles as much to fill the room as French lavender does. And I just really, really like it. So this gets a real just A+ for me. I'm very happy with it. If it was a lot stronger, I think it'd be obnoxious. So it's just the nicest thing if you are a lavender person. So then the next thing I want to talk about is, and I'm going to kind of sprinkle in a lot of different coconut type scents this week, the beginning of my coconut experiences here. Kukui and coconut. This is another bar, which I think it's more subtle even than the Provence lavender that I just talked about. But this is such a beautiful summer scent. It's got kukui nut, it has jasmine, it has like a macadamia nut oil in it. And it is warm and rich and lovely. And that subtlety just makes it make your house feel beautiful for the summertime without hitting you over the head. And it's just really, really nice. If you have not tried that yet, I would say out of the ones that we're going to talk about this week, that would be worth your while to order. So then next, this is what I'm actually melting today. I don't really have it in timeline order. I just kind of put the groupings on the table. Tropical coconut nectar, which I keep beating the drum of how good the summer collection 5-bar bundle is. This is so happy. It's got wonderful coconut, some mango, some juiciness. It smells very much like a summer drink with a little umbrella and a slushy kind, and it's so good. And then with it, I am doing the beautiful Mahalo coconut, which is a absolute favorite of mine. I love this bar. But I wouldn't do this one on the same day as Kukui and coconut because they have different sensibilities. This is actually fantastic with summer rain if you still have that in your stash or in your club, because there's a freshness to this that even though it has the creamy coconut, it has the pineapple, it also has kind of a lightness, and this light blue color nails the personality of this scent. One of my all-time summer favorites. Is so good. So that's Mahalo coconut. So then the next ones, one of these three will be available July the 1st in Bring Back My Bar. The other one was an old Bring Back My Bar, and the other one was an LTO that I talked to you about a couple weeks ago that I found at my mom's house. So we're going to start with the Sunshine and Tan lines, which had like a cocoa butter and banana and orange flower thing. I really hated this when it was brand new because the notes just were not settled. It was much better a couple years later. Now, would I run out and buy 6 more? Probably not. But if I ever saw this in clearance, I might pick up 1 or 2. And it really had just a nice, not too strong as it has mellowed, summer suntan, kind of those thick body creams that maybe help you recover from too much sun. It really smelled like this. I really liked that. And then I paired that with coconut daiquiri, which will be available on July the 1st. This is a really wonderful summer bar with banana and a little teeny bit of tart lime because it's in like a daiquiri or margarita base. And then creaminess. It's got the banana, the cream, the milk, the coconut, it's so nice. Again, most of the bars I'm going to tell you about today are not boomers, so this will hold its own in a room, but it's not super strong. And then last but not least, I did put a whole clam of coconut palm, which is an older style of Scentsy coconut. It's a little bit chapstick waxy, but I like it because it also has patchouli and a little bit of palm leaf. And this is a little bit of muskiness with the coconut, which I really like. And that went well with the other two. So that was a great day where nothing screamed at you, but it was just a nice, very tropical, coconutty kind of thing going on. Now, another day, I was really having trouble with one of the nastiest headaches that I've had in a long time. I think it was Saturday. I woke up and it was the sort of thing where I had planned, I kind of had a craving for Sunset Sky and Strawberry and Tahitian Twilight. I'd sort of put them out the night before and I was going to melt them. So I tried, but it was just the wrong day because I was so sensitive because the headache was so bad that I had to pull those out of the warmer. Now, there's nothing wrong with them. Sunset Sky and Strawberry is quite strong. One of the ones that maybe, I'm not sure if it's a boomer, but it's pretty close. And it has that woods, and it's got the strawberry, and today it smells wonderful to me, but it was making me nauseous. And then Tahitian Twilight was the same thing. They just are similar, very good. This one's a little smoother because it's got the passion flower and the pineapple. It's a little waterier, but it's got the same woods note as the Sunset Sky and Strawberry. So that would have been a successful pairing had I not had a headache. But instead, I dialed it down and went with some light, sweet florals. So Lana Sarah and Sweet Amber and Freesia are a couple of those, I call them, the baby pink bedroom bars, that I put those out in my open space because I was struggling, but I still wanted scent. And these were those half clams where you just kind of have a basket of them and you need to use them up, but usually you don't feel like it. This was the perfect day. So you're talking about things like Amber, Freesia. This actually has a drop of patchouli, I'm not sure why, where there's just this sweet, gentle, perfumey floral cloud in your house, but it's not nauseating. It's not like white florals. It's just sweet. And that was very helpful. And then in one room, I polished off the last 3 cubes of pink rhubarb sugar, and somehow that complemented the sweet pinky bars just fine. And this wasn't too strong. I don't know what it was. Mostly probably the woods in that other combo that I was gonna melt that was not doing it for me. But the rhubarb, the raspberry, and the sugar was fine out here, and I did beautifully with that all day long on Saturday. I kind of took just a health break kind of a day for myself. I don't know if you, as moms and business owners and wives and anyone who's watching this channel, man or woman, you have so much load on you sometimes that you feel like you just cannot pause and take that day or even half a day that you desperately need. Well, I just took it on Saturday, whether I had time or not, and it worked out okay. And I laid around and I did nothing. And by the end of the day, I actually started to feel like I had some energy back and I had some mental focus. And sometimes you just got to give yourself grace, guys. And that's what I needed. And pink rhubarb sugar and those sweet, light pink floral perfume bars helped me to relax for real and take a load off like we need to. So then another day, of course, this was one of my favorites of the week. I was feeling great. I think this was Sunday. Yeah, I think on Sunday I woke up and I was refreshed and everything was good and I was ready to take on the world. And I wanted the forest bar from the Star Wars collection. Now, we just got our leaving at the end of the month alert list. The 2 collections that I strongly recommended when I did my best of the season bar thing with Robin and other products too, but mostly you're focusing on the bars. They will both be leaving at the end of the month, Father's Day and the Star Wars bars. All 6 of those, I'm probably actually gonna put in one way or another, all of those in my club, at least for the time being. The forest bar with the wonderful pine and a little bit of eucalyptus. It is just the best walking in the forest in the summertime kind of scent. I loved it. It was fantastic. Emptied the whole bar all throughout the house. And then I paired the rest of Highway Run, which will be coming on July 1st, with that. This is nice too. It's rather low key. I thought maybe the first time when I warmed the first half of this, that it was just the fact that it was in the floor room and I had the fan on that I could smell it, but not super strong. It's more just that this is actually a reasonably mellow bar. I think I will be getting a stack or maybe throwing this one in my club when the BBMBs show up in July. This has a hint of a bar I desperately want back, which is called Cambridge. So when we get another chance to vote BBMB, I have no idea if that will be popping up, but one of the ones I would like to see back in my roster is a scent of the month from a long time ago. It came out in the summertime and it was called Cambridge. It had this wonderful sweet resinous pine needle quality and some masculine notes that for all the world makes it smell kind of like you took this and forest and put them together, but it's even better than that. And I miss that bar so much. Anyway, that's a rant for the next BBMB voting. If you love me, vote for Cambridge if it shows up. It's kind of a dull gray, a little bit softer than this. I've got like 2 cubes I'm hoarding in the basement that are turning bad. But this one this one was very nice and it was great with the forest bar. But to sweeten it up just a tad, in a couple of mini warmers, I put in one of my absolute favorite bars from this entire year, which is the Black Tie Affair, which is the standout bar for me of all 6 of the ones that I recommended to you from those 2 collections. It will be gone at the end of the month, so please club them or get a huge order before the 30th, because this Black Tie Affair, I just cannot get over how good it is. It's got the vanilla and the tobacco, which makes it warm, but then it's got vetiver and a little bit of grapefruit, which balances it. Standout bar. It just head and shoulders above the rest. It's sweet. It's a little bit earthy. I never get tired of it. So I had that in a couple little places to just kind of warm up all that foresty coolness, and it was so, so good. Okay, so what do we want to talk about next? The bad combination or all the good ones? I think I'm just going to go to the bad one. Okay, it's June. I woke up yesterday just thinking I should probably keep working on the Bring Back My Bars, so I pulled out Dulce de Leche. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with this as a caramel bar. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is that's in here. I was gracious when I did my first reviews, but I'm warming more of it. I'm just like, there's something bitter in this one for me. I don't know if everybody will smell that. Like, I love Caramel Vanilla Delight. The longer that I don't have that in my club, the more I'm kicking myself. But this one, So I thought, all right, let's just lighten it up with a couple of my really beautiful summer and early fall bakeries from Teddy Bees. So I grabbed my cider cookies. This just smelled like nothing but caramel on top of caramel last year. And everybody keeps saying, cure your Teddy Bees. I cured my Teddy Bees, and I'm getting apple cider vinegar with my caramel. I am very unhappy. I don't know what's going on there. I will melt it one more time in a different space before I throw it out, but that was not good. And then the molten marshmallow sugar cookies, I think it's just that this was just probably needs to go in the basement. There's nothing wrong with this. It just wasn't great. So I thought that this would soften the Dulce de Leche, right? So I'm going to put these 2 out. My older daughter comes out and she says, "Oh, Mom, it smells like Grandma Quinn's house," which my mother-in-law is famous for caramel, nuts, and coffee. That's about all she likes in wax. But it's a bad day at Grandma Quinn's house. I'm like, thanks, honey. And then I was sitting in the back room next to a warmer full of cider cookies, thinking I'm going to get, apples and donuts, and it's going to be like pre-fall. And I'm getting apple cider vinegar. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? So I had a different wax in there the day before, which was Summer Moonlight, which I'll get to. That's got sandalwood and strawberries. I thought maybe I just didn't clean the dish out well enough, and that's influencing how I'm smelling this, and it's giving it that apple cider vinegar weirdness. So I will say I cleaned out the dish, and I think it was better, but sometimes you can't unsmell something after you smelled it. So I will do cider cookies in the basement one more time and see if I'm hoping that was just a fluke, but that was a very unfun experience. So I dumped everything out of my warmers, and my older one went to work. I texted her, like, I dumped all the caramel and I chose something else. So then I'm like, I need a palate cleanser because this is not good. So I grabbed rosemary and mint from our, what is this one? The collection with the 4 bars, mental health awareness. I definitely needed some relaxation after the caramel disaster. And I had grabbed, as I was sort of changing some warmers, thinking maybe I can balance the caramel with some apple, a peeling apple. But what I ended up doing was leaving a peeling apple in a couple of warmers and then adding the rosemary and mint. And so the apple and the herbal was actually really good. So this is not a combination that I would have normally reached for. It just kind of happened, and I would recommend it, honestly. The new Red Delicious or Johnny Appleseed, it's good with an herbal bar and alternate warmers. It was very nice because it was sort of sweet but sort of herbally, really good. So all that said, I'm not going to be ordering any more of Dulce de Leche because there is just something bitter about it. And I am hoping that what I know many people that know Teddy Bees, they love their cider cookies, that this was just a fluke and I'm going to be okay. It smells fine in the container now, so we'll try it again down the road, but that was not good. Anyway, so let's move on. I had 2 cubes left of Coconut Island from Yankee Candle that I don't know when I grabbed this. It's been sitting in my much smaller Yankee bin in the corner. And I thought, I should melt the rest of this. Couldn't really smell it. It smelled the most like coconut palm from Scentsy, so this is not one I'll be getting more of if they still have it at Meijer's. So then after that, a few things where I was just kind of melting a little bit here and a little bit there because we did have carpet put in our front room, and that was another like crisis moment for just a second. We had beautiful carpet that I paid for pretty much to have put in here from Scentsy and, you know, other earnings, that I had picked the carpet of a lifetime for me. We have dogs. They have dark, sheddy, nasty hair, right? And I've got a dog that's got like 4 different colors on her. So I picked one that was all speckly, beautiful carpet, nicely textured, all this stuff. A year and a half later, as a professional carpet cleaner is the man I married to, right? It's matted, it's nasty, and it's like top of the line carpet. So we went to work convincing the people that produced it that they'd better uphold their warranty. That took a while, but eventually we got it. And then we went to our trusted source that we work with here in town who's been selling carpet for, you know, longer than I've been alive. And he recommended this beautiful, very thick, velvety, short plush. They put it down. I went for a lighter color because everything in the house is now lighter. And I honestly freaked out the first day, guys. I don't know if any of the rest of you plan something, you put something new in your house, and you're just not sure if you made the right choice. And it's kind of an important one because it reminded me of the beige kind of carpet you'd see in 80s condos. And I just wasn't good with it. So I threw a rug down that I had downstairs. I vacuumed it a couple times. I think the carpet fibers just needed to open up, and now I'm walking on the most beautiful, it's just a light beige, which maybe I should have chosen something slightly darker, but it is what it is and it looks really nice. And now I'm walking on this velvet cloud of beautiful new plushy carpet. So I love it. I just needed a couple days to think about it, change the decor a little bit, balance the colors, and we're all good. So let's keep moving with, as things have been interrupted, and then we're going to be getting some insulation work done on the bottom of our Florida room and different, they call them rim joists. I'm not much on, you know, home building and all that, but all the way around the outside perimeter of the basement, that was a ton of work. Greg and I had to clean all of the old insulation out, found lots of nasty surprises in there that you don't want to hear about, and dragged all that stuff up, ran the air purifier. So the melting's been kind of spotty. I didn't drag up my tub of Anthony's Cabin from Teddy Bees, but that was great. I put that in for a little while right after we'd done all that work. One day while I'd been doing all these different things, I had some Pacific Daydream down there. This was gorgeous. This is lava salt, and it's got really nice crystal clear warm water and maybe a hint of pineapple. It's almost a little bit herbal too, or mineral is what I would say. Very beautiful scent. Got a couple bars of that in the flash sale. I think the same day that I was having headaches, I was doing my Only Sunshine down there. I only had 4 cubes of this left. This is gorgeous. This is one of those sweet florals that's got some tuberose, and I don't remember what else, but it's just light and lovely. It definitely goes with the color of the clam. And if that comes back and bring back my bar at some point, I'll get a couple more bars. It's not good enough for me to want it all the time to have in my club, but whenever I do actually melt it, it's just beautiful. So then another thing, I don't think I was doing anything else downstairs. Oh, so just sort of random places that I was doing things as things were wearing out during the day, or I'd done a project, so I didn't change all my wax. Summer Moonlight, I had 4 cubes of this, and Sunday afternoon I put this in my warmer. Yeah, because yesterday was Monday. And this is so good. I think I had just recommended this in the best of the season as a nostalgic scent. I did actually sit down and read a book on Sunday night with this in my warmer, and it's strawberries and sweet pea and sandalwood, and it's beautiful. Good and strong, not too strong. Florida room, 2 cubes and 2 cubes in a couple different warmers. Gorgeous. Very, very nice. Then I did most of a clam of Bloomin' Marvelous out here one day. Don't remember what for. Couldn't even smell it, honestly. Kind of made me sad. So if you still have clams of this, I would do it in a bedroom because that's got light florals and strawberry. Just couldn't even really detect it, even though I had a good number of cubes going in 2 warmers. So then in the warmer behind me, which literally I've only got the 2 cubes going, but I wanted to talk about it again. Sun Castles, so good. This would go beautifully with kukui and coconut. Just separate them enough so that you can still smell the kukui in the room it's in, because this is much stronger. It's got the coconut, it's got the pistachio, it has the almond, it's almost a little bit fruity and suntanny. Beautiful smell, nice, good, cheerful throw. And then in bedrooms, this is the last thing. My older daughter, she wanted me to change her wax, so I put the last 2 cubes of lemon lavender, which will also be BBMB July 1st. Very nice. And this is great balance of good lemon and good, very French lavender type lavender oil. Really herbal and clean and sharp and nice. And I don't know where the clam went, but my older daughter fell in love with, out of the Inside Out collection, the bar that we call Sadness. It's just MIA, but I put it in my quarterly club for her, and it's a beautiful kind of watery, warm. I think it might have some lavender in that as well. Nice notes that it kind of reminds me of my hero. It kind of reminds me of herbal. Definitely pick that up if you're interested at all in the Inside Out, which all of those bars are just fun, but that Sadness bar is really very classy and nice too. Water Lily and Bergamot. I'm loving this. It's quite light, but there's just something about this that soothes my soul. I think I'm gonna go throw this into one of my clubs too, because I really, really like this for the summertime, for bedrooms or the basement, somewhere that's somewhat enclosed. And I'm still thinking, if it's available, if I do a party closeout in July, I might try the laundry in that, because it's phenomenal. So this is Elizabeth Quinn with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents, throwing in a few of the things that we were doing this week. Now, this Thursday, that insulation is going in, and that means that we get to go spend the night at my mom's, because it's not going to be safe to be in the house, and my husband is going to camp with the dogs in the backyard. I don't know how that's going to go, because the next day we have a full day of work, but you know, I will probably have a couple of great stories for you guys next week when it comes to being evicted out of our house to get it spray foamed. So tune in to what's coming up with crazy things going on in my life. And I honestly don't know what surprises we would have in store for the month of July when it comes to Scentsy news and goodies. We will have our end of the month live on the 30th, and I'm hoping that there will be some wonderful things coming. We have SFR in July, and eventually I will be getting a kit of all of the wonderful things that you receive as a participant if you went in person, because I did the full virtual registration. I already got my spirit kit, which was super cool. I put some pictures of that on Instagram. You got your t-shirt and your ribbons and your, fuzzy dice that I think have the scent, which I can't tell what it is, but it's definitely citrus, that's probably going to come in some other form as the special scent to commemorate that particular Scentsy family reunion. And Orville and Heidi will be back. It's their 20th anniversary, so I really didn't want to miss out on all of those things. When I get the kit of the goodies that comes, we will definitely unbox that one on TV. So I'll do a video for it. So I hope that you guys are doing well. And if you know of anything that's coming in July that I don't, I'd love some spoiler sneak peek comments down below. And I hope that you guys have an amazing day. It's just rainy and quiet here in Michigan, and I hope that other than my spray foam day on Thursday, that I have a nice, quiet, relaxing week, because that's what I need. God bless, guys.